Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're reviewing Quantum Leap Episode 4, entitled A Decent Proposal, coming to you from NBC and streaming on Peacock. So, what I think about it, and should you be watching? A Decent Proposal, it follows on the end of the previous episode. We saw that Sam had leaped into a bar and into the body of a woman. And in this, we find out that the woman's name's Eva Sandoval, and she's a bounty hunter. And in fact, she's on a case to get a bounty when he jumps into her. Once he gets that sorted out, he finds out that his reason for being in back in the 80s in LA as a bounty hunter is to make sure that a certain person who's on bond gets to the court hearing. Because otherwise, I guess he's going to be stuck as Eva Sandoval. So, while all that's going on, much to the hilarity of Addison, we're also getting some background on the fact that Janice is hacking into the AI that's helping them figure out what Ben needs to do. But also, we get a little background and insight into Magic and why he is a part of the Quantum Leap program, what he had to do with the program coming back to life. All of that works itself into like what I consider to be probably the best episode of the series so far. Definitely an interesting case in this one, in the sense that not only does Ben have to navigate, oh, I'm a bounty hunter, and also, being a female, which, I think any guy would say, I don't know how to do that. But also, he has to navigate the fact that his partner, Eva's partner, that is, proposes to him / her. The man's name is Jake, and realizes that he's come into a situation in the relationship that was at a turning point, and he has to make the decision, or at least not ruin the decision for Eva. So it all makes for a very fun interaction between between Ben and Jake as they run around trying to take this young lady who seems maybe is a bit more than she seems to be, trying to get her out of harm's way from cartel members. And also just seeing Ben sort of trying to make the right decision while also, trying to empathize and see. Like his ability to get in there, not really know what's going on, and still kind of read what the situation is and not completely stumble over the fact that he isn't this other person is kind of remarkable. So much so that I kind of realized in the course of watching this episode that this is the episode that really sold me on Ben as a leaper, in the same way that I was sold on Sam Beckett all the way back in the day. There, he has that quality, the quality of being able to empathize enough with other people and to have sympathy for others, that he can be in an unfamiliar situation and still be able to sort of navigate the treacherous waters of relationships, interpersonal relationships. And it comes in handy on this one. Yes, this could have just been one of those, a gag, that, here's a guy and he's in the body of a woman, what's he going to do with himself? But also the fact that he's focused on fixing problems, that actually not only focuses him, but also, I think, correctly, doesn't center on him just being like, oh, guys do this and girls do that, and I'm so awkward or whatever. There's a lot of believability to what's going on. I really give Raymond Lee a lot of credit for being able to kind of thread the needle between, being a guy in a girl's body, but also still sort of embodying that woman, because in a way he is still her. And he's supposed to sort of move like her. And I really like that. And also I think there's a real weight to the fact of his performance that he does, is able to kind of show empathy and to really get a handle of the situation and not blow this person's life up in the process of trying to fix whatever he needs to fix. Really enjoyed that in his interactions throughout. I also like the villain who turns out to be the bad the woman they're trying to protect. She's actually a cartel person. For the most part, that part is a pretty run of the mill like kind of comedic action setup that you might see in any kind of the network TV show Magnum PI or something like that. And it also is very much all on Hollywood sets, and it shows. And it doesn't bother me. Doesn't really bother me. I understand that I'm supposed to suspend my disbelief. It doesn't bother me so much because it was a lot of fun watching them go, sort of do the detective work and figure out what's going on. Sort of get, almost get screwed by the woman almost getting away and then still getting the drop on her. And in the meanwhile, kind of having this, the interpersonal relationship drama going on between them about, is she going to accept the proposal or not? That was fun stuff. I really enjoyed it. And of course, another big surprise, and I'm surprised in the sense that they didn't keep tiptoeing around this, was that Ben finally, as his memories are slowly but surely coming back, has finally put two and two together and realized that Addison, the person who's been helping them this whole time, is in fact the fiance that he left behind. And I can only speculate, especially with her reaction, that their relationship is going to be explored more because they didn't have to keep on teasing us with it. They just went right out and said it. That it's important that they know who each other are and how they feel about each other and how connected they are. So I'm really looking forward to what they do with that aspect of this show. But what really kind of sent this episode over the top and made me say that it's the best episode, and that I really love this episode, was when Ian, had, in order to sort of figure out what Janice is up to, because she's trying to use, the AI to figure out what they're going to do in the future to anticipate their moves. So to sort of get ahead of her, Ian's going to have to see some personal files to see what the AI is being asked. And so in the process, realized that there's some redacted things that Magic, he has to read about. And Magic takes him to the side and does something very cool, very interesting, and explains why he's part of, why he is part of Quantum Leap, why Quantum Leap exists in this new iteration, and how he's connected to Sam Beckett in the previous Quantum Leap. And he reveals that he was formerly leaped into by Sam, and in the process that he has some sort of, connection, memories or whatever to Sam Beckett, and how it felt to get leaped into and so forth. And the beauty of all of that is this not only draws a direct line from one to the other, from one series to the other, it also really expands on the lore of this show. It gives us a lot more background and depth to what we sort of already know about the show and how things work. And it gives a direct connection for Magic and why he's so passionate about the project. I think Ernie Hudson did an amazing job just kind of laying that out. The way they intercut some, probably stock footage, but, some other footage or whatever to kind of relate it to the original show. And Sam, coming in and it's related to directly related to a previous leap by Sam. That was just cool, so cool. Look, people could look at this and be like, it's a cash grab. What was the point of this? So forth and so on. But to make sure that this episode had the DNA of the original, and that one of the characters we see now previously was in the other show, and now we're seeing them going forward, and that Sam Beckett didn't just, change the past. He didn't just change the past. He changed the lives of Magic and potentially every other person he leaps into who know that they have sort of been touched by this situation. I love that. I think that's great, it's a great way to mine the previous show, pay homage to it, but also expand and make great use of it going forward. So I enjoy that. And of course, the stinger at the end where he's freed from traveling the past, into the past from his own lifetime. So we see him going into the body of a person back in the old west. So there's big things coming up in the next episode. I really, really like this episode. In fact, I love this episode. I think it's the best so far. And I'm 100% in on this show. It's great. So anyway, what did you guys think about the episode? What did you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Of course, you can always hit me up. supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. Also, get down there and hit that like button. It helps with the algorithms. More people see this video. And of course, you can always hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Really appreciate that. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week, and we will be talking about Episode 5 of Quantum Leap. Until then, I've been Mode Poupée, resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.